Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much once again, Mark, for a great presentation of our Time to Act Data Navigator. So for those of you who were attending the summit yesterday morning, and as Mark was explaining, the Time to Act Data Navigator is actually of similar nature to the European Cancer Pulse, which we were launching yesterday morning with a focus on cancer inequalities. It follows really the same goal, which is to bring together best available data and to make it available to stakeholders and policymakers to foster relevant action to be taken in a timely manner. So similarly to yesterday morning, I'll be taking you on a quick virtual tour through a tour. And once again, please, all of you, use it at the same time. So you can now see on the screen here the website of our Time to Act campaign, which Mark was explaining you about the impact of COVID-19 on cancer, and this is accessible through timetoactcancer.org. You can find on the page here all of the information about the campaign, our campaign materials, our campaign, the expressions of support we have received, and also all of the campaign supporters here. And so if you click on this button, Data Navigator 2022 Upgrade, you may access the Time to Act Data Navigator itself. And as you'll be familiar by now, for many of you, this is this interactive map, and when clicking on each country, you'll be able to access all of the data available for this country and the impact of COVID-19 on cancer. So if we pick Germany as an example, you may see here first these 5 headline key facts on the impacts of COVID-19 on cancer screening, diagnosis, treatment, patients, and professionals. And here, if you click on Read More, you can see, again, these 5 categories of impact: screening, diagnosis, treatment, patients, and professionals being repeated. But actually, as Mark was explaining, and this is a new functionality this year, we have a new capacity to also see data across the 4 most incident tumor types in Europe, so breast, or lung, breast, colorectal, and prostate cancer. So if I select breast here, you can see, for instance, the impact on the diagnosis of breast cancer patients of the COVID-19 pandemic. And we also know that, as Mark was explaining, the COVID-19 is still a reality, but the situation is evolving between the acute phase of a pandemic and right now. So this is why as well you have also this functionality here, a filter per year. And for instance, if I select 2021, I'll be able to access the most recent data that's available on the impact of COVID-19 on cancer, on breast cancer in particular, in Germany. The same similar data is accessible through buttons on the right-hand side, the impact categories and the tumor types. And so once again, we hope that this is of assistance to all of you to understand how to use the tool. We want to thank again every organization that has dedicated time and energy to provide us with data and input to create this. And as mentioned by Mark, we still need more data. The Data Navigator is much of a living tool, so please, using this Submit New Data button or by contacting us directly, feel free to reach out to us with any input or any source which you think you should be considering for inclusion. So thank you very much once again. Don't forget to check timetoactcancer.org, and back to you, Miriam.